As a professional driver, the condition of your tires is critical to your comfort, your ability to control the vehicle, and your productivity on the job. That's because properly maintained tires generally provide a smoother ride, better traction, and superior fuel economy. Properly maintained tires also last longer, which means you're less likely to be stranded on the road with a tire problem. So, well-cared-for tires keep you on schedule, keep customers happy, and keep emergency road service and tire costs down. There are things you should do and things you should ask your maintenance department to do to keep your tires in top condition. Let's start with what you can do. One of the simplest and most effective things is to keep every tire properly inflated all the time. Tires with too little pressure can change handling characteristics and reduce wet traction. That can be dangerous. But they're also subject to rapid tire wear, irregular tire wear, poor fuel economy, and reduced casing durability. On the other hand, too high a pressure can make the ride hard, can reduce dry traction, and increase risk of impact damage. Your fleet bases its pressure recommendation on the equipment, the tire, the load, and the operating conditions. That's the setting you should use. Ask your supervisor what pressure to maintain. During pre-trip inspections, use a gauge to check pressure in every tire, because correct tire pressure gives you better control of the vehicle, one of your most important needs. To begin, make sure the tires are cold. Because heat causes tire pressure to increase, never try to check pressure when the tires are hot, and never bleed air from a hot tire. Coming off the road, tires need at least 3 to 4 hours of cool down for accurate readings. If the vehicle has been parked overnight, and you have to move it before doing your pre-trip inspection, be sure to check pressures before driving more than a mile. Always use an accurate tire gauge. Mallets or tire billies are not tire gauges. Don't confuse them. They simply don't do the job. Check each tire, and be sure to check both tires on dual assemblies. If the alignment of the handholds makes this difficult, ask that they be realigned correctly. Press the gauge firmly against the valve stem. If you hear air leaking out, you need to repeat the process to get an accurate reading. If any tire's pressure is incorrect, then adjust it to the correct pressure. Even though outdoor temperatures affect tire pressures, always keep your tires at your fleet's recommended pressure. If you find a tire that is 20% or more below its correct air pressure, it is considered to be flat and must be replaced. Because running flat can cause serious internal damage to a tire, you should not operate the vehicle until the problem has been corrected by a qualified technician. If a tire's pressure is just a little low, the tire may have a leak, especially if it was okay the last time you checked it. On the other hand, even without a leak, a tire can lose about 2 psi per month, another reason to check pressures frequently. If most or all of the tires are low, someone may have deliberately misset the pressures, or they may have used a gauge that was out of calibration. Either way, report it to your supervisor or maintenance and adjust all pressures to the correct value. As you check each tire, make sure each valve stem is tightly sealed with a metal or flow-through type valve cap. Good caps prevent leaks and keep out contamination, which can block the core, creating a leak. And be sure to check every tire, including both tires of each dual assembly on the trailer. Every tire has to be at the correct pressure for best handling, ride comfort, tire life, and fuel economy. As you check pressures, examine each tire, both the tread and the sidewall, for damage or abnormal wear. A certain number of tread cuts are normal, but beware of any cuts so deep you can see steel cord. If cord is exposed, report it as soon as possible. Inspect each tread surface. Ideally, a tire should wear smoothly and evenly across the entire tread. Flat spots or irregular wear are usually not reasons to remove a tire from service, but may be symptoms of vehicle problems. By reporting them to maintenance, you may be able to get problems solved while they're still minor, which can save you time and trouble and save your company money. On sidewalls, look for damage that may have resulted from scuffing against curbs. Again, Make sure no steel cord is exposed. Sidewall bulges may be the result of a repair or of internal damage. If there's a blue triangle next to the bulge, it means that the tire had a section repair and is okay to use. If there is no blue triangle, report bulges to your supervisor or maintenance department as soon as you can. Check wheels and rims for missing lug nuts, cracks, rust, corrosion, or other damage. Replace any missing lug nuts. If you see a crack in a wheel, notify a supervisor immediately, and don't operate the truck until maintenance has okayed the vehicle for operation. Once you're on the road, make a note of any problems you notice in vehicle handling. If you notice the truck pulling to one side, requiring you to constantly steer the other way, report it. It may indicate a problem with tractor alignment. On the other hand, if the vehicle wanders or tends to go first one way then the other, there may be a problem with trailer alignment. Be sure to note the ID number of the trailer and whether or not the problem goes away when you change trailers. If the rig is dog tracking when you look in the mirrors, the trailer will appear to be turned with respect to the tractor, even when you're on a straight stretch of road. Does the dog tracking go away if you change trailers? Be sure to note the trailer ID number and report to maintenance as soon as possible so that trailer alignment can be checked and corrected. Finally, make a note of any ride disturbances. These are things like vibrations that you tend to feel more than you see or hear. It will be very helpful to maintenance if you can say where you feel the ride disturbance. Is it in the steering wheel? In the seat? Can someone in the sleeper feel it? Is the disturbance constant, or does it only happen occasionally? Does it occur only during certain maneuvers, or only at certain speeds? All this information can be a great help to maintenance in pinpointing the problem and in solving it. As the driver, you're the one most familiar with the truck. If anything changes, you'll probably know it before anyone else. The quicker you report it, the quicker it can get fixed. That means fewer problems for you, including less downtime, and money saved for your company. Remember, for most fleets, tires are the #1 maintenance cost. The tires on your truck are an important part of the steering and suspension system. When they're in top condition and properly inflated, you'll find that the vehicle is more comfortable to ride in, easier to maneuver, and easier to control. That means you'll be more productive, less tired, and happier at the end of the day. And both your customers and your employer will be happier with you.